Hey yo, what's going on, gang? Appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me today. Should be a fun one. Saw some people roll up in here. Let's get the gang roll up in here. Okay. Yo, AJ, he's back in, quick with it. How's it going, dude? Happy Friday to you. Today's a good Friday. It's Friday, it's sunny, it's payday. Feels good. We gotta pay a couple of bills though today, so half gone. It's okay. I like when the I hate doing it, but when it's done, it's like okay, it's over with. You kind of just forget about it. It's water under the bridge. Now I'm cleared. Now I'm up. Right? Anything up here is just in the green. All right, you guys, welcome back. So, um, we're gonna be working on our project Labrador today. I've been working on this a lot lately. I've been building projects a lot. It's been quite popular on the stream. We get like over 1,000 views lately on the stream playbacks, which is really cool for the channel. We don't really get a lot of views on the playbacks. The main source of views we get are from the actual streams when the people are here. But it seems like a lot of people are enjoying watching the longer form content for building, full stack kind of stuff. So yeah, we're keeping it rolling while we got some momentum here. I do want to continue on with our C programming though. I do actually really enjoy the process of programming in C. I like how it's methodical, and I like how it kind of makes me think about memory and doing that kind of stuff, um, rather than being. But Python just lets me move really fast to build kind of whatever I want. Um, all you have to do is kind of just look up some documentation for a package. You've been making a ton of progress with your knowledge. It's cool to see. I know. I feel like, um, right, the full stack project, like integrating an actual database, APIs, it's just this big wall that just you run into, and it's just so hard to muster the energy to start to climb. And when you start to climb, it's just. But then once you get over it and do it once, it's kind of like riding a bike. It's like, okay, that wasn't that bad. Now I went through the entire flow of user authentication, of cookies, of database API integration, of whatever cron jobs of launching. So it's like, okay, it just seems like really it wasn't that bad in terms of. Now, let me preface this. We've been preparing for this for a long time. Like, we've been building and building and building little skills in all different areas to finally get to this point, right? Over the past 2 years, we've been learning Python, we've been learning some C, we've been learning front end, we've been learning APIs, we've been learning about databases, every so often skipping around until all kind of converging here to where we're putting all of these skills together, right? So if you guys aren't new and haven't seen the project yet, we have a project HTTPS or wait, oh, polyworld.app. Oh, did that work? Oh yeah, it did. Okay. Anyways, today, AJ, how do you feel about our testing? Yesterday we left off on a discussion about kind of, do we need to go so overboard with testing every little, function, or should we try to focus on more wide scale testing? I mean, it's getting us some good practice, right, with PyTest and doing stuff. with doing fixtures and identifying ways to improve the tests flow, make it easier and stuff. But I guess as we keep adding on, right, we make sure features aren't broken by all of our old tests pass. So, but we need to go so niche. Anywho, okay, so let's get into today. So, let's open up. Let's get. Hello, I'm back working on Labrador, my project for a limbs inventory management system, and I'm ready to continue on with our building. Again, right, I'm doing the building here. I'll feed you times when I get stuck. Yada yada yada. You know the drill. Let's go ahead and pull back up our to-do list, and we left off last time right on implementing get all, get a few, and get singular for each of the tables that we have. And so now we're ready to do, I think probably like update methods. So that then would insert these change logs on updates for each of them. So now, okay, and then we're taking in a package of data via dictionary and determining differences from snapshots, basically. Got you. I remember right. All right, welcome back. All right, we are here. Write update methods using quargs. Okay, cool. All right, let's get into today's programming. Should we play some music, boys? I kind of like the music in the background. It kind of helps, but um, I also get distracted because I kind of vibe out. Let's go to our channel here. Music. Um, let's see here. All right, here we go. All right, it's a good song here. Backseat Lovers. If you guys don't know this song, it's a good tune. All right, let's get into today. Okay, let's go. All right. So what we're gonna do is start off with our equipment family. So we're gonna do def update equipment family, which takes in self and it's gonna take in equipment family ID, which is a stir, and then it's also going to take in updated data, which is going to be a dictionary. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the current data, or get the current DB data. So what we need to do is just call self get equipment family, and we're going to get the equipment family for the equipment family ID here. We are going to have result here. This will be result, and then okay. So I'll just say previous, and then what we're going to do is, now that we have that, we're going to say um, what should we do here? We should take the data, updates is equal to updated data, but we unpack this as quarks. It's addictive strings, right? Okay, that's right. So then what we're going to do is updated data. So we're going to say for key value in updated data dot items. What we're going to do is so the key in our updated data is going to be ID name and created at, or just ID and name, or whatever they put in, right? So if key in previous and key not equal to, or and the value not equal to, whoops, and the if the key is in the previous and the value is not equal to the previous index of key,
this song's called Dugout.
Then we're going to
Pool House. This song's called Pool House.
we just need to merge these dictionaries, right? So we just need to do well, we probably need to check that crap. I can't decide what I want to do. Do we want to check for key value key matches in here and then set values on updates, or do we just want to merge the dictionary? What would be an approach for this? Do I have any notes here? Okay, so we have the previous get equipment family. If for field and value in large.items if field in previous and this is exactly what I had before. If field in previous and value is not equal to previous key of field, then we're going to call a self dot execute, and the query we're going to do, let me just establish this string here. So update equipment families, set set %s equal to %s, where ID equals to %s. Now if we execute this query with values of, we need to update set column equal to value, so field, value, and then ID, which is the input equipment value. So something like this. Keep the connection open here. Let's see here. Chats. Test driven knows its pros and cons. Kind of a lot of friction to make changes. Okay. So my suggestions here: field new value. If old field. If field. Update equipment set. Field. They put that F string right in there? No way, why would they do that? There's just no way that they put, they're suggesting me to put the F string here for field, but then use %s for everything else. Why would I do that? I can just do this, right? So then what we're going to do is we have self dot insert changelog here, right? Yeah, insert changelog. Self dot insert changelog. So this takes in a table name, which is going to be equipment families. Record ID. Record ID. What would the record ID be? Which row in that table? Oh, so this would be the field. That's column. His field name is there. What row in that table? Probably just the ID, I would assume. Field name. Field. Old value. Previous key of field. New value is just the value. Oh shoot, what happened? Why is it still on there? Oh, I'm still on this list. Okay. New value is the value. Changed by. Oh, interesting. So we need to pass. We need to pass this. Right, but we don't have users yet, so we'll have to add that when we get to it. Is that it? And then note, test. Let's see. Probably should pass a note, right? We'd have to think about this, right? Because and how we're going to intake it on the front end. Like if they update and they do an edit to an equipment, which would cause a change log to take place, it would probably pop up with a window, or in that edit section would have a note which would tie or just a note for the overall update. Like if, yeah, that's probably what we would do. Like if you want to add a note, figure out note aspect on front end and how we are going to receive change log notes. From user. Okay. So this has this. I mean, we could specify the note hard coded as like some log, basically like update or updated column, updated that column this for value, like old value equals that, new value equals that, right? We can make it be like some pre-programmed string or some pre-programmed string indicator. Something like that. Okay, so we'll figure that out when we get there. Okay. And then what we can probably do here is at the end of the loop, commit at the end of the loop. Okay, so this is my update function. Let's get some feedback on this. One critical bug though, you can't use %s for column names, only values. That's actually the SQL injection risk flagged. Hmm. Okay. Um, so insert change not execute. We would want to commit false here because we're committing at the end in totality. So then what we need to do is we need to have a list of column names because we have to put in a field here. I don't really want to make like a set of column names for each of these that I then have to import and use in here. Right? Because we have to, it doesn't let us do this. We have to specify a specific column. What do you think, AJ? Right, we have to specify a column here in this %s that's highlighted. But we can't do it by putting in the value. It has to be put in there via an F string. But we risk injection unless we bind the logic for in some sort of set of values, which are the columns. But we need to create those. Hmm. Is it really best practice to use these F strings though, and a set for column headers for allowing, like a whitelist basically? It's a common pattern, but there's a cleaner, more Pythonic way using mapping and dictionary instead of F strings. Hmm. Ah. So the thing is right here, this won't let us use this as the column name. So we have to put in use an F string basically, but we risk injection unless we whitelist the values of the columns. Should it not matter if the pass param is an F string? Hmm.
You streaming?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Pilates.
Okay. When are you gonna be back?
7:15. Starts at 6:15.
6:50.
6:15.
Oh. Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah. I don't care.
I have to take your car though.
That's fine. Give me my keys. I'm gonna go downstairs.
I'll be here in 1 minute.
No problem.
Okay. Come on.
Yeah, so I have to like whitelist the column, but it's kind of like annoying. Like we can do like this. Right? You can do this. And then go field, key of field, or columns key of field here in an F string. We'd have to do like a we raise an error. Would we raise an error? Yeah, something like that. It'd be like something like that. Wouldn't it be a bit cleaner to either make a separate function for each? we'll make an like in terms of like get columns, rather than having to go in and edit these. Would it be better to use like a SQL function for getting the columns of the table, or a general function for getting the columns of any table that I can then use? One generic method. Okay. So let's see here. Def get columns given a table which is a str. So what we're going to do is say query equals to this, select. So the code for it's an information schema. It's a table within Postgres, like about data, right? About our data of our actual data, like our tables. So it's select column name from information schema dot columns where table schema equals to quote public and table name equals to %s. So there's the table schema needs to be public. Okay. So then we're going to do results equals to self.query for this query given values of table. We'll do table name. And we'll do right. Okay. So what the thing is, what this returns you, this query, is right a dictionary of column names. So you return res key of column name for, oh no, it's a list of dictionaries with column names. So it'd be row, like for every row in the list, for row in res, if res, else, we're going to make a set, right? Just like we're doing here. Yeah, that's what's, yeah. So if we apply this function, get columns into this table here, We'll do it after we actually get previous data. Make sure that there's previous data in here. So um, columns is equal to get columns of the table name, which will be quote equipment families, right? Now if field not in columns, else set it to field here. Right, now we validated that field is within our set of columns, so we can pass field directly into here. Okay, let's take this and see. Let's get some feedback here. What? That doesn't make any sense to me here. What is this? Loud. Oh, so you do SQL. Okay, they've it's kind of tripping me up. I think it's forgotten some stuff about my project, and so it's suggesting some things that I'm trying to deduce that aren't correct. So I think we're on our own here, which is fine. But I think I'm gonna give it the full context of my project database. So why would I need that? Replace our execute with this. Why? I have already validated it. Why would I do this? I don't know. I feel like it's being dumb. Just reading here. Hold on. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, so this gets columns. It's a dictionary of key pairs. Update equipment family for quarks. Key of. So if I just say like, rather than a bunch of these, you give. Hmm. Huh. I'm not really sure how I want to go about this, you guys. I might. I know it's been a short stream, but I might take a break here and think about this. Um, get some dinner here while I can, and then maybe come back later for a stream. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm pretty hungry. Okay, I'll probably be back.